So now moving to our next topic, that is half-life of reaction. So in the last session we have seen how do we derive the equation of zero order reaction and first order reaction. Okay, we have also seen that this thing only depend upon our concentration, that is concentration of our reactant. Okay, and also we have seen that we have to find out the value of C, that is constant in this, that is initial concentration, right? So we have kept different formulas for that and we have calculated and we have got the equation for first order reaction and zero order reaction. So now based on the same thing we are having our next topic, that is half life of reaction. This is very easy if you are knowing the molecularity equation, that is of uh, first order and zero order. The same way you are going to find out the equation for half life. So what do we mean by half life reaction? Basically, half life reaction means the time at which, or we can say at half of the time, the what is the concentration of the same, that is when half time happens, this 200 gram will become 100, 50 will become 25, and 5, and this 10 grams will become 5 grams. Okay, so the half time taken from the total time at which our reactant becomes half is known as half life of the reaction. So in order to calculate the half life of the reaction, again we are having two equations, that is for zero order reaction and first order reaction. So first of all, let us see about zero order reaction. So we have seen that A, that is your reactant which is converted into product. Okay, and we are also knowing the formula by which we are getting it, that is concentration of A is equals to minus kT plus initial concentration of A, right? This is what we have already derived in our last section, right, where A is concentration of A at any time t. Here we are not defining the half life. Okay, this is the before that only, and this is what initial concentration. So this is our reactant, this is our formula. Now in this formula what we want half life, right? So we will take time is equals to half and initial concentration. From its initial concentration only it is going to become half, right? So this we need to convert this initial concentration into half, right? So what it will happen at time t is equals to t half, that is when half of the time is considered, right? So t will become t half and a will become a initial by 2, right? Initial by 2, right? So this result only we have to find out. So now we are going to put the value of t as t half and a as initial concentration of A by 2. Okay, so by putting this equation we will get this form. Then from this, if we are rearranging the terms, then we are getting what? We are taking the like terms at one side. So this plus A0 will become minus and this will become minus only. This will be minus only, right? So now here you see that there is no denominator. So mathematically when we are going to see this, we will get what? Minus initial concentration by 2 is equals to minus kT half. So from this we can calculate what? Half life time. So t half will be nothing but what? This will go down, right? And this is minus, so minus will cut it down and we will be getting initial concentration by 2k, initial concentration by 2k, right? So in this way we can calculate the half life. In this way we can calculate the time taken by the half life. So by this, now this half life is depending what? Initial concentration and k, right? A0 is nothing but what? Initial concentration, right? So here we can say that T half is proportional to initial concentration, right? So it is but obvious. No, if concentration is more initially, then to calculate its half time period it will be taking more time, right? If it is less, then it will be taking less time, right? For example, if I have taken 100 liter of water, right? So it half life, for example, if we want to calculate something like that, so it may be if this 100 liter of water is taking 10 hours to evaporate completely. Listen very carefully that if this 100 liter of water is taking 10 hours to evaporate completely, so if I want to calculate the half life of that, then it will be what? Half of that means 50 ml 50 liter will be completed in 5 hours, right? So, and if I am taking only 50 ml initially, only if I am taking 50 liters, sorry, not ml but liters, initially if I am taking 50 liters, right, and it is taking 5 hours, so its half life will be 2.5, right? That is 2.5 liter will take 2.5 hours, right? So what will happen? What did you notice from this? That the half life also depends upon your initial concentration. If it is more, then the half life will be more, that is time taken by that will be more. Okay, so this was about first order reaction. Now we are going to see for the second order reaction. So again we are taking our reactant, that is A, which is forming our product, and we are knowing this formula for the same, that K is equals to 2.303 by T log initial concentration upon final concentration, that is the product, sorry, the reactant, but this is of initial and this is at any time, right? So again by taking T is equals to T half, okay, and A is equals to A initial by 2, right? So A initial by 2 value we will be keeping here and T value we will be keeping here. So by that we are getting this equation, that is 2.303 by T half log A initial was already there, right? And below we are keeping, instead of A we are keeping A initial by 2, right? So now by rearranging the term, we are getting that T0 is 2.303 into log 2 upon K, into log 2 upon K. So T initial is equals to 2.303 and value of log 2 is nothing but 0.301 upon K, right? So here we are saying that T is equals to half, T half is equals to 0.693 upon K. Now when we are saying this reaction, okay, this is T half is equals to 0.693 by K. Here you see that it is not depending upon your initial concentration. You cannot see initial concentration of A, right? That means what? Our zero order reaction is dependent upon the initial concentration, but first order reaction is not dependent on initial concentration. Okay, so this is for half life period. Okay, so by that we can say that T half is independent of initial concentration for first order reaction. Okay, so this was all about half life reaction. Again I am repeating, for half life reaction, for zero order reaction, uh, value of T half is dependent on initial concentration, that is concentration A0, but first order reaction is independent of our initial concentration. Okay, thank you.